Right, it's been absolutely ages since I've done a how to build, and I thought I would do one today. It's going to be S.O.W that I'm going to be building, and to build it, you will need the following: a nice bit of card that you're going to work on, a pair of scissors, also a sellotape. You will also want a biro of some description, a silver pen, several sharpies in different colours and shapes, maybe, or just different colours if you're feeling like that's the way you want to go. Some lolly sticks. You will also need some bits of cutlery made of wood, or maybe more lolly sticks. Also some coffee stirrers or tea stirrers, it depends what you drink. You will also need a fidget spinner. This is sort of vital because it all hinges around the fact that it can spin. I will also be using this hot melt glue gun because I always do, because that's the best thing to use. Right. Let's also use the ruler from Robots Live, because straight lines are everything as well. Let's get cracking. First, you will need to draw out these shapes, and the measurements are on screen. Now, when you go to assemble it, I did have to shave some of these down, so you might have to do the same, okay? Don't blame me, I'm bad at this. So, now take your colours and do that on there. Just pick them up, there, colour. Goodness me, that was some heavy music. Anyway, as you can see, I've painted everything silver and drawn on some wheels. I did the wheels first and then went round it with the silver, because the silver does this weird thing if you draw on it, as you'll see later on. I've then done the designs on top of that because, you know, I'm bad. Okay, more rock music and sellotape. Good, right, so now it's all sellotaped up. You may wish to duct tape the back. I haven't, partially because I'm lazy, partially because it's quite thick card. So now I'm going to cut everything out, and that's now done. Look, it's all falling from the sky as if, like magic. So that's everything cut out, all done. Now we can start assembling it using the hot melt glue gun. Oh, and before I forget, you also need this bit. I forgot to put it on the original design. It's a 4cm by 3.4cm thing that you'll have to cut down later on, but it's the top bit, so cut that out too. So that is all constructed. There is the main body of S.O.W, and now we need to move on to the spinner. It's quite a simple shape, but it works. So spinner time. For this, we're going to need the spinner. Obviously, that's going to be sat on top like that, but it's obviously not long enough at this point. So we will also need to use the lolly sticks and stuff that I asked you to get earlier to make the proper spinner shape. So grab them, get them ready. It's time to start that next bit. How wonderful. Firstly, you want about 1.5 lolly sticks. These you need to chop down to the same size and then colour in black. So when you've done that, it should look like this. Oh, and I've done some other bits as well. So those other bits you can either use lolly sticks for, or you can use the wooden cutlery stuff. Just cut some little blocks And I've started on the skewers, which are not skewers. They're not skewers, they're stirrers. Good, eh? That we're going to be attaching to this. You'll see how in just a minute. So, hot melt glue these bits in place first. You want the long bits coming down from the spinner, and then the shorter bits as the sort of hand bits that will hit other robots. You then need to attach these red bits, the stirrers from earlier, all the same size and all the way round. And when you've done that, you should have something that looks a bit like this. It's surprising how quickly it starts to look like S.O.W. Right, something I am suggesting you add is on the underside some supports to hold all of this in place. To do that, you're going to need another one of those stirrers, and you're going to want to paint it black after you have cut it into 3 equal sized pieces, like so. It should just take 1 stirrer to do, so cut that down, paint it up or colour it in, and then you should have something like this. And here we are, they are glued to the underside like so that nothing shifts, or at least that's the hope, that's the dream. So all that remains is for you to glue it to the main body. Don't use too much glue like I did and have to spend 5 minutes sorting that out, because otherwise it won't be done quickly. And once it is done, it looks pretty good. As you can see, the spinner is on top, it's not touching any of the cardboard, and it can spin freely. The wedge at the front is a decent size. I think if I had my time again, I would shorten the front end, so if you want to do that, then go for it. But yeah, that's probably my only downside. Well, maybe. That top section that holds on the spinner I could have done slightly differently if I hadn't have tried to make it simple. But I think simplicity beats accuracy in this case, because it is quite a complicated design if you go into too much detail with it. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this, and that's how you can make your own. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a like, do subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I shall see you never again for one of these videos, because I just hate them, unless you're a Patreon supporter, in which case I'm planning on doing a few more. So do support me on Patreon. If you like this sort of thing, go and check that out. And I promise I will try and do some more how to build videos over there. Good, right. Thank goodness for that. Bye-bye.